Hi everyone, welcome back to today's video. Now if you've noticed, I'm in the same top again because I filmed all these videos on the same day. I'm not just wearing the same top for days and days, that's just not what I do. Okay, so today is Shop My Stash, and yeah, we'll get into this now. It didn't go too well. Not because of the palettes, because I had new makeup from my bestie in the US, and then I went with playing with that makeup and I didn't play with this makeup. So yeah, that happened. So this palette I chose was the Imagination palette from Revolution, the collaboration Imogen did, and as you can see, it's a beautiful palette. I went in with this twice and I still really like it. I am going to pop these over here, not as precariously as I did the first time. The next one is the Sofe first palette, just named Sofe. And I'm sure you're all familiar with Sofe. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. And this looks like that. And I did go in with it a couple of times. And it's kind of growing on me. It's growing on me a bit. I did give it a good chance-ish. The next Sofe palette is the latest one she brought out. And I really do love this palette. All the shades are so gorgeous. And I did go in with this once. And just really like it. Really nice palette. I hope you don't miss a palette here because it's lightning, and if that one stays over there I'll be missing it. The next one is also a Sofe palette, the Extra Spice one, which she brought out second in her collaboration with Revolution. That girl has had so many collaborations now with Revolution. She's a very lucky girl. So that looks like that. It's still a favourite of mine, and I did go in with that a couple of times, even though it's a favourite, and I still love this. I still love it. Another one is the Roxy palette. She's also on YouTube, and looks like this. Went in with this a couple of times and I really like it. It's a nice palette to work with, so that was nice. And then the Jack palette. I didn't even use this. I don't know why. I just didn't use it. Oh, I did attempt something. It was a day where my makeup wasn't going right, to be honest. And I was trying the blue and it just didn't work out. So I ended up washing it off and not bothering. But yeah, I didn't use this time, unfortunately. But I do like this palette a lot. It's a really nice palette. So it will get used. You know what it's like when you get new palettes, it just goes all out the window. Shop My Stash, what Shop My Stash? You just go on with something else. And the last one was Calm Me One. Now, I did go in with this a couple of times, perhaps 3. And although I love that green highlighter, I am still having problems with this. It's such a shame. It needs more matte shades. It's very lacking in matte shades, especially when you've got a head like mine that doesn't think that blue goes with the red and all of that. And it's just very lacking in matte shades, because apart from the black, no, not apart from the black, apart from the yellow, orange and red, that black, you're not going to be using that all the time. It's going to be an outer corner shade if you do that, and that is probably about it. Yeah, I'm just not in love with this at all. I love this highlighter, but it's not enough for me to consider keeping it, to be honest. The shimmer shades are hard pressed, so I have to work with that and get the tape out and try and do something with them. The shimmers are absolutely gorgeous in this palette, but it's just this. The mattes. I can't get a look with this palette with them shades. I just can't, because I don't feel, apart from, I would say, the pink, maybe with this, that would work with that because it's a highlighter, but it's too dark for me. The orange would work with, I don't know really, maybe the pink. It would work with pink actually, but I just don't know where to go with it. I just don't. This was an purchase because it was in and out of the basket more times than I've had cooked dinners. But no, I can't work with it. I just can't. It's sad, but I just can't work with it. And it's possibly going to end up in my declutter pile, to be honest. I may give it another go, but I just don't really see me reaching for it. It's very much of a shame, but he could have done, I mean, he released another palette since, because this one is Kiss of Fire and I can't remember the other one. I'll pop it here, and that one is far better looking with colours and mattes and shimmers, but this one, it's a bit of a letdown, to be honest. It should have stayed out of the basket rather than in. I only paid £3 for it, so it's not a lot of money, but something for me not to use and just keep in the drawer and go bad. It's just no. So I think it'll end up in the declutter pile somewhere in December, maybe at a January time. I'm not quite sure because I've got ideas and things going on to film, so I'm going to do a whole December of some Christmas looks for you. So yeah, and I've not chosen anything else for Shop My Stash for December. I'm just going to go into my drawer, grab a palette and use it, to be honest. Shop My Stash has not been the most successful for me. It's just not the most successful. Sometimes it was successful. I mean, that Forever Flawless palette, the Affinity one, I went in with that so much that I panned it, and also so much that I had it in there for a second month. It's still in there. It's still in there. I've not used it much lately, but because I'm trying to use other things. I know I've got new palettes, but yeah, I'm just going to pick whatever I want in the drawer, and then January come back and say to you what ones I've used. So I'm going on that route. We'll keep it that way, because next year I have got to stop buying palettes for a while. I've seriously got to use what I have, because if you saw my post on Instagram, it's over 60 palettes now. And a lot of them are just sitting in the drawer not being used, and it's a bit sad. So yeah, I need to pack it in. I need to stop it. So not putting myself on a no buy, because that's impossible for me, but a low buy. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. I will see you next time. Please do all the good stuff, and I'll just see you on the next video. Goodbye everyone. Double hand wave.
Sing it out at street level. No boost the bass and twist the treble. All I need is light and employ pure mirth.